Good morning, everybody. Another car rant, something that just popped into my head. This is to address some comments that I've been given, and let me put my disclaimer out. I am not easily offended. Please feel free to voice your opinion to me, because at the end of the day, I'm voicing my opinion to you, and I love opposing thinking and oppositions. That's just the way I am. I like it. I like to be challenged. I like to defend my ideas, and I'm not closed-minded enough to be persuaded. I don't know everything, and I don't want to know everything, because if I knew everything, then I wouldn't learn, and I really like learning. That's why I'm full of, useless information and trivia facts, because my brain is a supercomputer and I want it filled with stuff. So this is to address some comments that I've been getting about my content and how it may be offensive to some people, and that I'm basically putting a target on myself for negativity. So I love the fact that my content is making people feel uncomfortable, because I want you to feel uncomfortable. And if you are offended by anything that I put out, that's good too, because it allows you to have a point of self-reflection that you might not have had otherwise, because you live in your isolated bubble, cloaked in your own ideologies and thought patterns, and that's comforting to you. And then you come across somebody like me who pops that bubble, pulls the blanket off. I'm not here to remove the blanket. You could keep the blanket, but just peek your toes out so you could feel some of this cold air on your feet, and it triggers some nerves to just make you think and maybe try to open yourself up to other ideas. Like I said before, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not here to argue you to the ground. If I believe A and you believe B, we could have a healthy back and forth defending why you believe what you believe, and then we could agree to disagree. I love that saying, agree to disagree. But I don't want to live in a monolithic society where we all think the same. Like, one, that's unrealistic. If you've ever seen the Stepford Wives, I think that's what it's called, with Nicole Kidman, when all the wives look the same and they all shop, they all ate the same thing, the husbands ate the same thing. That is boring. Nobody wants to live like that, because even people who associate themselves with the same kind of people find enjoyment going to work and interacting with people that are not like them. I see it all the time. People love coming to work and they love talking to me, because at home they are stuck surrounded by people who think like them, have the same religion to them, have everything. I remember when the idea of religion came up at my job, because we had to change around our holiday schedule, and somebody said, well, everybody is Christian, so we should keep Good Friday. And I said, everybody's not Christian. I'm not Christian. And they couldn't even fathom that somebody that is around them is not Christian. I said, I'm not. So then they started, well, what are you? And then it came into the conversation of, I don't believe in any form of organized religion. Or at the time, I didn't even have any kind of spiritual connection, but I'm feeling some connection with my environment. I wonder if environmentalist is a form of religion, because I find peace in the wind blowing on my face, or watching my plants thrive at home, or taking off my shoes and running in the park and feeling the dirt and the grass in my feet. Anyway, I like that. I want to be connected to Mother Nature. I want that's the connection I'm feeling, and I'm feeling some kind of solace and peace in nature. Not animals. For some reason, I still don't like animals. I don't. But just peace in nature. But anyway, I digress. Let me go back to what I'm saying. So I don't pander, and I know a lot of black people are used to being pandered to because people are always using them. When Sleepy Joe said, Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me or vote Democrat, you ain't black. Or when Hillary Clinton pulled hot sauce out her purse on the Breakfast Club, having no idea that that's not what Beyonce meant, and just pandering to black people to make them feel comfortable and make them feel like they got a seat at the white round table just to use them to get their vote. I'm not pandering to black people. I'm not pandering to black women, because if I feel like black women need to be called out on their hypocrisies, I will do that. I've called myself out on my own hypocrisies, like in my last video regarding feminists, how I felt like I had hypocritical views of women who are overtly feminine, can't be feminists, and I used to look down on them. So yeah, I call myself out, and I want you guys to call me out too, because that's how you learn. And like I said, I am a student of knowledge. I want to be a forever student. I don't want to get to the point where I feel like I'm done and I don't need to learn anymore, because when that time comes, and I don't need to be here. What is my point on being on earth if it's not to learn everything that you possibly can before, like y'all say, I'm called home? What is the point? That is boring. Like, we shouldn't all think the same. We shouldn't all have the same feels. Like, I love food. I'm a fat girl at heart forever. Why is it, and I'm just speaking from New York because that's where I'm from, why is it that you could have multiple blocks of restaurants touching each other? That's how close they are, one after the other. Addresses, every other number, because they cross the streets, right? Every other number, and none of them go out of business because people like variety. You could have Chinese next to Mexican, next to African, next to the Habibi shop, next to a corner store, next to a Kennedy Fried Chicken, and they all are making money because nobody wants to eat the same thing every day. They are not competing for customers. If somebody wants to eat Chinese, they'll eat Chinese. And when they feel like eating Mexican or Spanish food or Dominican food, whatever, they will get that. And most times, people who don't cook, all three of their meals are from a different spot. They get breakfast from McDonald's, they get lunch from Chipotle, and they get dinner from the hood Chinese spot. They don't order 3 meals at the same place again, because people like variety. I think that's why people cheat, or if you call that cheating, having sex with different people, because being with the same person day after day is boring. And there's nothing better than pussy than new pussy. It might not even be good, high grade quality. It's just different and new. And therefore, the element of being bored is gone, because you're now having an interaction with someone different. So I put out my content because that's how I'm thinking. And yes, my thinking is limited to my experiences. It's gonna be. I had somebody comment that black women aren't a monolith. I get that. But my views right now are limited to my interactions and limited to my experiences. And this is why I put my content out there, because I want you guys who have different experiences, different interactions with people. I don't really know anybody from the Midwest. I would like to know how y'all think. I'm pretty much got the East Coast covered. Like, if you're from the 5 boroughs, like, I got you. I got that. I got that part. But I don't know anybody from the Midwest. I know, a few people from the South. So I don't have the opportunity to get up and travel and learn about how people from Florida think or how people from Arkansas think, because I have to work and I have children and flights are expensive and I don't want to spend that money because I'm frugal. I spend money on what I want to, and to me, travel, I don't like to spend money on travel. So this is an opportunity for me to get your input. Like, if something I say contradicts something that you feel, let me know. And I'm not even asking for you to be respectful. You can give it to me the way you want to give it to me. But just know that if I match your energy, that is not the time for you to get offended. Because if you come at me a certain way, I'm going to match your energy. And like I said before, I want all the smoke. I'm very shady. I can be very disrespectful. And this was learned from me having physical disabilities in my younger years. I had to wear a back brace to correct my spine, which didn't work. I had to have surgery. But anyway, I couldn't fight. So what did I do? I got good with the verbal attacks, and I would verbally break you down to the point where you couldn't even physically attack me because you were still processing what just happened to you. So just, that beware. A lot of my responses are toned down because I think, like I said, your intent, I go by your intent, and I don't really go by what the actual words are, what your intent is. And like I said, people can be unintentionally, y'all probably seeing all up my nose, but I'm holding the phone. Where I have the phone is where I can have it safely and drive. Maybe I'll get like a phone holder or something. But anyway, I go by your intent. Now, if I think you're coming at me malice and you just want to use me as an emotional punching bag to get out all your rage, that's not going to go well for you. I'll make you question all your life decisions. But if you want to have a nice, healthy battle of the minds sparring session, you throw your stuff out, I throw my stuff out, we go back and forth. I love that. That is like brain exercises to me. For those of you that are worried that my content might offend people, please don't worry. My intent is to offend you, because people don't open their minds. That part of their brain does not open unless they get offended, because for you to get offended means you are questioning what you believe, and that's what I want. I'll try to be no, I'm not going to try to do anything. I was going to say I'll try to be more understanding, but no, I'm not. I'm not pandering to your feelings. If you want to have a healthy dialogue with me, then go ahead. But, we live in America. If you're in America watching me, we have choice. And if you don't like my content, you don't have to watch it. This is a hobby for me. This is not feeding my family. I don't think I'll ever get monetized on YouTube because you need like 1,000 subscribers. I don't know 1,000 people. Like today I have 6 and one is my husband, and I'm excited. Thank you to the subscribers. I don't want to call you out. Thank you. And if you subscribe, I think it's that you understand what I'm trying to do. I'm not out here to hurt people because I don't want to be hurt. I don't believe in a higher power, but I believe in equality. I'm not here to hurt you. So I would hope you're not here to hurt me. But if you are here to hurt me, please know you can't. You can't hurt me. And if you try to come at me, this is another disclaimer. If you try to come at me with violence, I'm pro-gun. Very pro-gun. Just know that. So don't have what I say trigger you to do something stupid because I'm giving out free tickets to meet your maker. That's all. I haven't gotten any threats like that yet, but I do watch quite a few YouTubers who have explained that they have gotten those and what they do. And You know, I don't think the people I watch, they've never had anybody physically come at them. They just have threats from the keyboard gangsters and what have you. But if you disagree with me, you don't have to watch. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to watch. This is a hobby for me. If nobody ever watches this except for me, because I like to rewatch my videos, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But if you're here and you enjoy the content, thank you. I'm not even begging for likes. There's a lot of people beg for likes. Like, hit the thumbs up. If you thumbs up me, thank you. That helps me get my content out there. But if you don't, that's okay too. Freedom of choice. I'm doing this as a hobby. Anyway, I'll probably do another one later on. Bye.